Hey, hello guys, welcome back. In this mini tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to configure the dark mode in your React application using Tailwind CSS. So the first thing we need to do is to create our React project. So I'm going to use pnpm and vid in order to create my project. So here in the terminal, I'm going to type pnpm create vid, then the name of the project. I'm going to use dark mode tutorial as the name of my project. Then I'm going to use the React TS template. Okay, I'm going to select no, and that's it. Then I need to move to the directory that the command just created. So I'm going to move to dark mode tutorial, and in order to use Tailwind CSS into our React project with Vite, we need to install two packages. If we go to the Tailwind CSS documentation, just here, it says that we need to install Tailwind CSS and Tailwind CSS/Vite. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going back to my terminal, and I'm going to use pnpm pnpm add Tailwind CSS and Tailwind CSS Vite. Okay, then we wait until the packages are installed, and that's it. Then I'm going to open my project here in VS Code. So let's open it. Where is it? GitHub, then tutorials, dark mode tutorial. Okay. Then the next thing is that we need to, or I need to add the Tailwind CSS plugin into the plugin section in the Vite configuration file. So first thing, I need to import the Tailwind Tailwind plugin, Tailwind CSS, and I'm going to add it here in the plugin section. Okay, and I want to add this other configuration, the server configuration with the option open in true. It tells to Vite that when I run the command pnpm dev, the browser will open the application. So let's see how it works. So I'm just run pnpm dev, and this will open the browser with the application. Okay, that's it. The application is working. Now I want to make sure the Tailwind is working in our React application. One more thing we need to do is to go to our main CSS file. In our case is this index CSS. I'm going to remove everything here because I don't need it, and I need to import this. I need to add this import in that file. Okay, this will import all this Tailwind CSS styles. Then I'm going to open the app component, and also I'm going to remove this HTML template, HTML code, because I just want to have an H1 with a text dark mode, and this I'm not going to use this, so I just remove it. Also this state, and just to test that Tailwind is working with our React application, I'm going to add some classes in the H1 tag. So let's say I want to make it bigger. So I'm going to use text 7XL, that is 72px. Okay, and if I go to my browser, okay, that's it. Everything is working. So now I'm going to configure dark mode using Tailwind. For this, there are two options. One, using the preferred schema colors, or managing the switch between light and dark mode manually. So I'm going to teach you the second one. So we got to the Tailwind documentation. On the left side, there is an option called dark mode, sorry, inside the core concepts. So if you see here, the documentation explains that we have many options. One using the preferred color schema, or using manually, or toggle the dark mode manually using a class called dark, and that class should be added to the top element in our HTML tree. So for here we have an example. If we have this HTML code, it means that the element that is at the top of the HTML tree is where we need to add this dark class. So in this example, the HTML tag is the top element in our HTML tree. So in our case, it will be this main tag element. So I'm going to add it dark just here. But before that, we need to copy this custom variant dark and add it in our main index CSS file. So I'm going to copy this and just paste this. And with this, we're telling Tailwind that we want to manage the dark mode manually using the dark class. So now this is working, and if we go to the browser, well, we don't see any change because we haven't applied a dark mode style or the specific dark mode styles for our HTML code or into our React component. So let's see, we want a black background when the dark mode is activated. So so I need to add the specific class for the background when the dark mode is activated. So for that, we need to use dark and then the styles bg black, and this style will be applied only when the dark mode is enabled. So as I said, as I enable the dark mode here, this style should be applied. So if I go back to our browser, as you can see, the style is working, right? So we can fix this in order to the main tag expands all the screen size. So I'm going back to the component and I'm going to add one more class, H screen. This will expand the main element to all the screen size. So as you can see here, everything, well, the main tag element covers all the screen size. Okay, but the H1 is not visible now because we haven't applied a style when the dark theme is enabled. So when the dark mode is enabled, I want this title to be white, to be in color white. So I just need to add the dark, then the style, in this case text white, and if we go back to the browser, you can see now this style is applied. So until now, we haven't allowed the user to toggle between dark mode and light mode. So for that, I want to add just a button here, so the user can click on it and user can toggle between light and dark mode. So for that, I'm going to add here a button here with a text dark mode here, and I want to place everything on the center, text center. Okay, everything here. Okay, I need to also add some classes when the dark mode is enabled, and also for the light mode. So by default, the dark mode is not enabled. So for that, okay, I'm going to add some style so the button looks better. So let's say we want to apply a border, a rounded MD with the corner rounded. empty, and a font bold, and I want to make the text bigger, so I want to apply text like 24 maybe, yeah, why not, and a padding of 16, so it looks better now. But what happened when the dark mode is activated? Okay, let's see. We don't see the button because we don't have the proper style for dark mode on this button. So let's see when the dark mode is enabled. I want the text of the button to be white. Okay, cool. That's it. Cool. And then now I'm going to use an internal state that we handled if the dark mode is enabled or not. So for that, I need to import the React use state here, and I'm going to declare a state inside my app component called theme. So comes theme, theme set theme, and by default, it will have the value of light. So it means the light mode is always enabled by default. So I need to set this value here in the class name of the main element. So for that, I'm going to cut this. Oh, sorry. Going to make this here, and I'm going just to add it here. So by default, our theme is light. Sorry. Okay. I need to remove this. Okay, this. So the by default the theme is light, and now I need to add the functionality that will be fired when the user click on the dark mode button. So let's create it. So I'm going to create this function counts toggle theme, and that's it. Okay, I'm going to assign it on the onClick event the button, and it says when the users click on the button, it will fire the toggle theme event or toggle theme function, and it will assign a new value for the theme state. If the current value of the theme is light, it will change it to dark. If not, it will be light. Okay. So let's see how it's working. Okay, if I click on dark mode, okay, it seems everything is working. And then if I click again for the second time on the dark mode value, it returns to the light mode. But if you see, when the theme changes, it's very, very fast. So maybe it's not the best user experience. So we can fix it by adding some classes to our main tag element here. So we can add the classes transition colors and duration, let's say 300 milliseconds. Okay, and the transition will be smooth. So let's see how it works. Okay, as you see, it's looking better than before. And also I want to apply some hover effects on this button here. So and also some margin, but I think 16, and let's say hover. The background will be BG black, and the text will be white. And this is are for the light mode. So let's see. Okay, it looks better. What happened when the dark theme is activated? Nothing happens. So let's add it some sail also. So when the dark theme is enabled, and I want to add this rule for the hover style, and the background should be white, and the text should be black. Let's see. Hmm? Yeah, it looks better, but I want to add some animation here also, some transition. So let's say transition, transition and duration. Let's see, 100, and the type of the transition you see is in out. Okay, let's see how it looks. It's better. Maybe we can add it more time. Let's say 200. Yeah, it looks better. So now everything is working. We configured the dark mode using Tailwind CSS, and as you can see, it's not complicated. It's really easy. We just need to add this custom variant in our main CSS file, then add the class dark in our main element, in our main tag, and so that we can change it between light and dark class, and the classes that are applied for the dark mode will be used when that theme is enabled. So as you see, it's very easy. So let me know, what do you think? If you have any doubts, comments, suggestions, just type in the comments. So that's all, guys. So see you in the next tutorial. Bye.